All right, you guessed it. Tech Stack Tuesday. Here we are. Just kidding. It's Saturday, but we're going to move forward. So, here's the thing. I've been only vibe coding since March and been really paying for AI tools since 2022, like late 2022. But these are the three that I have right now, and I don't have any reason to really be paying for other ones. So, there we go. The first one's Cursor. It's $20 a month, and this is my IDE. So that's what it looks like. This is Cursor. Now, VS Code is also what you're looking at too, but really Cursor is this panel here on the left. And what you get to do in here is say, build me a website. And if I just simply say, build me a website, what's going to start happening is, it's going to go, okay, what's a website? It's going to ask me some questions. Let's see. Of course, I can help with that. To get started, I need a little more information about what kind of website. A personal portfolio, a blog. How about a blog for readable versions of my YouTube videos and keep my community up to date. Just scaffold. So this is me just saying scaffold, basically website where I talk about my YouTube videos in a blog format maybe, and maybe keep you up to date with some news. Now, what you can also do inside of Cursor is there's like ask mode. There's a lot of different ways you can use Cursor. It has the terminal, so like everything to build an app is inside of this software. But let's keep going down the line. It's an AI native IDE for writing, reading, and debugging code. So this is the IDE, which is an integrated developer interface or environment, I think. Yeah, not interface because that would be an I. But here on the left is that Cursor chat AI native interface where you can ask questions, you can write code as it's doing. Not yet, it's thinking, which I like, but it'll start writing soon. So what I like about it, and specifically the way I'm using it right now, is to deep research and understand my own code base. And basically, I'm still not writing my code. I'm actually having Claude Code do most of the writing, but I'm doing a lot of like the understanding or learning or asking questions about my code with Cursor. And that's because it's more of like a chat interface. I can upload images. I can't with Claude Code. And I can also use Gemini, this model here, which has 1 million context window, which is compared to Claude has a 200,000. So Gemini is way better at being able to understand a larger code base. So that's kind of what I've been using it for ever since I switched to Claude. And so my last point is having both is kind of insane development speed, insane learning speed, insane combo for just basically peak productivity. Like you need both, or at least Claude Code and VS Code. And just to be clear, I said plus API, so like on average I've been spending about maybe $20 plus an additional $30 to $40, so like $60 a month, let's say, on like further usage. So like when I use max mode here, I did not need to use that for this. Oh, do we want to use turbo pack? No. So yeah, here's our code base getting built out. Again, I would actually use Claude these days for this, but I just wanted to give you an example of how this works in Cursor. So anyway, back to this. I do pay extra for some of the API pricing, such as max mode. Claude Code, I'm actually spending $100 a month. They have the $20 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month. The 20 it was working, but like I just was using it so much, and I wasn't using really Cursor for a lot of like the big stuff, so switching to the $100 a month was kind of necessary. It's my go-to for high quality code generation and architecture. I'd say it's like the most up to date with just basically the best practices for coding. It writes better long context code than any other model. So really what I mean by this is it's able to understand like a goal and how to get there, where sometimes like if you have like a big refactor goal or like an implementation of some new tool in a product, like they'll have a hard time getting there because they'll try and do it all at once. Where I've noticed Claude Code is really good at making like a to-do list, a checklist, documentation. It writes a lot of MD files and keeps it all up to date. I use it daily. I said probably upgrading to $200 a month soon. I want to. That would be like, okay, we're moving, because that would be a lot of usage, but I don't need it right now, to be honest. ChatGPT, this is my memory bank. This is where I learn, and it's got project context. I will be honest, now with Cursor, that has a lot of my project context because it can actually access the entire code base. But ChatGPT knows just a lot about what I'm doing with my project, my goals, my brainstorming. So like, it's kind of just like a memory bank and where I go to ask questions and learn more about specific things. Helps me think, debug, and write faster with context awareness. I also use it to like optimize a prompt that I'm sending to either Cursor or Claude Code, and I just can't replace it. It knows me too well. I think a lot of us are starting to have this problem. We're like, damn, ChatGPT is really getting to know me. It's not a bad thing, but it kind of scares me a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's been helpful. So I've used a lot of tools. This slide isn't going to be very helpful, but what I do want to say is these two are where I would start if you've never even touched anything in the AI coding space beyond like ChatGPT. And you want to do something that's high level, like automations, integrations, and agentic frameworks. Start here. So NAN is a free trial, at least for like 14 days, where you can kind of play around, build some automations. That's what NAN is. And then Lovable is or Bolt.new is a website where you can just build websites in like a prompt. It's basically like this, but way more user friendly. And so look, see, Cursor's like building this out still, and it's getting rid of some of the problems I can see. But just Claude would do so much better. Okay, see, this is another problem I'm noticing. We have SRC and components. Like, this is supposed to be in this directory. You know what I mean? See how there's components file here? Like, why is this happening here? I'm actually just going to delete it, and hopefully that doesn't become a problem, because... Oh. Delete that too. Okay. So really this is a more optimal project structure. It's already running dev. Let's see if it actually works. Yep. No wonder. So you'll often run into errors when you're building any website, but this is kind of my process of getting over them. So npm run dev. To see list of scripts, run npm run. Okay. Okay, so sometimes you just go like this, and you say fix. And then this over here inside your terminal is where Claude Code will live. And there it is. So right in here I can say debug this project, and it'll run it. It'll go do it. It's just better than Cursor is. It's weird because I've been using Cursor up until like literally 2 weeks ago, always, and now I'm like, it just frustrates me. Another one is Gemini. I just did a video on this yesterday, but Gemini now has a similar thing to Claude Code. So the move is going to be this right here. You just get them both open, you know? I can see this being huge. You got 3 agents in your code base that could all work on different things simultaneously. Well, that's my recap of my tech stack. I kind of bounced around a little bit, but I wanted to at least show you guys. See, okay, I already deleted that one file that had, or the SRC file, Remember? Because it had the footer and header, and now it's doing it again. Like, that's an error, that's a mistake that Cursor's making as it's going through. It's not remembering where the code base is, yet it has a 1 million context window. You'd think it'd remember, right? So, I don't know. Kind of frustrating. Like, it's honestly just weird using Cursor now, but what it is good for is, like, what is this code base supposed to be? Like, if you ask that on your actual code and, like, wanted to learn more about it, that's a good use case. But it's really just not great. Like, I should have showed you guys how Claude does it, but you can watch my other video. All right, that's enough for me today. Later, guys.